I wanted to talk just a little bit about Earthworks and some of the reasons why we've decided to use Earthworks as opposed to maybe some other contractors. I had met Mark and Doug at a couple of meetings, of business meetings, and they'd always stuck in the back of my mind as folks who were really concerned and interested in their customers. So when we decided to do some work in our backyard, we got some quotes from the local vendors, and we also said, well, let's go ahead and give Earthworks a call. Well, we did, of course, and Mark came by and gave us pretty much, we talked about what we were looking for and what we'd like to get. And he came back with a plan that was really blew the other vendors out of the water because it was very professionally done. I knew exactly what the costs were, where the costs were going to be. Based on the cost per square inch and square foot. So I really appreciated that ability to look at the prices, kind of suggest what I wanted. There were some things I wasn't that interested in, so we were able to cut them out, reduce the costs here, or maybe add something there. So we decided to go with Earthworks, and we talked with them. There was about a 4 or 5 week delay between deciding that we were going to go with them and the scheduling of the work. So we were able to kind of kick around some ideas and talk with some of the other folks that we needed to. And then we just decided, okay, well, let's just start on a particular day. So Earthworks folks showed up, they introduced themselves, very professional, or started working in the backyard, tearing out what had been a old patio, which we put in about 18 years ago. So I thought that was the biggest part of the job, I thought, because it was an old patio, but it was in concrete, a lot of stone work there, and they were able to get that thing out of there in about 2 days. It was like disappeared. And the great thing I liked about it is when they were finished at the end of the day, other than seeing what they had done, I didn't see any kind of, oh, something was broken or something was left behind or there was some trash in the streets. So they always cleaned up behind themselves, which in any industrial environment is usually real important, particularly when you don't want to stumble on something or step on something that'll hurt you. So that was really good. I appreciated that and I enjoyed that. The guys came in, they all work together. One thing I always watch when I see folks working, their rapport, there was some humor put in there. They actually enjoyed what they were doing. The supervisor, Chris, appeared to be very excited about the project. He said, yeah, this is really going to be cool. I just can't wait for it to be done. So I knew that they had sort of a personal interest in what they were going to be doing. And since they did, we were able to, feel a lot comfortable, very comfortable with what was going on. Sometimes people want to stand over other workers or watch them or maybe even help them or give them advice. And we didn't need to do that. I just said, okay, here's what we're going to do. When something came up that they wanted to ask us about, they tapped on the window and we went out and we discussed it. And we talked with Sean, again with Chris, talking about how we were going to do something or what was the best option for us. So they really worked along with us while they were working on the project.
We're here at the Taylor residence. Beautiful paver project here going. We're going around to the backyard. We got gas lines, irrigation, we got lights, we got our character boulders, we love those. Our nice ramp going down to the driveway. So where I'm standing right now, we had our existing patio. We tore that out. It was flagstone, encased in concrete. It's a few inches thick. It's not the best thing for the future. She's got all the trees and everything back here. So we tore that up. We got this nice paver pattern right here. This is kind of an unusual pattern that we can do. It's called the diagonal pattern. We're using it with our Sierra pavers and really contrasts against the house. It's fantastic.
What is this, the diagonal Sierra
This
pattern?
is the diagonal Sierra pattern.
Hello, welcome to Earthworks. We just want to give you a little demonstration on our diagonal Sierra pattern. Check us out on any YouTube or What else do we do? Facebook. What else do we
Twitter,
do?
Pinterest.
Twitter, all the little handles that y'all need.
All of
the
them,
little information that we have on our diagonal, triangle, Sierra pattern. Give a little shot of the customer. This is her yard.
Oh yeah, Miss Taylor, I see you over there. Right here we're gonna have our ramp coming down to the driveway. This is really important we get this right. We want everybody to stay safe in the future. We're gonna have a little pad right here for our hose. Important for the homeowner. We don't want them bending over and doing that new paver design will get you every time. All right, we're transitioning over here to the other side of the house.
That's what happened in Blue's hat.
I'm standing kind of where we're gonna have a little fountain area right here, kind of guarding or taking place of the visual aspect of the gas line and the electrical sockets over here. And same thing on the other side of the backyard. We're gonna have the gas line going underneath the pavers and fountain and everything. It's gonna be fantastic. There's gonna be water features going everywhere, lights, plants over here. It's fantastic.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tim with Earthworks. I'm up here in beautiful Fernandina Beach at the Taylor residence and doing a few punch out items here. There's a lot of work that was done around here, lots of paver in this patio area, and then around the fence area, some additional paver stuff goes out to their backyard or driveway. Anyhow, we did some planting in here yesterday. Homeowner had removed all of their landscape lighting, and I reset it in spots that he didn't even imagine to maximize the illumination with what light fixtures he had for me at my disposal. We're supposed to be doing the polymeric sand in here throughout the entire patio, but due to inclement weather, that will possibly be put on hold. So over in here, they had a light on this tree trunk and the pot. It more wanted to focus on the pot than the trees itself, so that light went right back where it was at. Glenn was out here yesterday and got this water feature fixed, and he had to run an auto fill pipe over to that feature, which is going to be hooked up to the irrigation when the irrigation guys come out here and complete their task. So we added a few extra plants in here because it was a little bit barren. We are not doing any mulch, as they have a younger version of a dog that likes to chew on things, and they don't want her getting sick on mulch or even small rocks from the pond. She's been eating stuff like that. But we did some light placement here and here. They used to have 1 or 2 lights on these bamboo. The big one right here was on this back corner, and I opted to move it to the front and put smaller ones on each tree back here to kind of catch the trees as well as the bamboo. And when it fills out, it's really, really going to look nice. Also added a light onto this statue and rock feature. Still have to bury the wire. Anyhow, that looks really cool. Over here at this water feature, okay, we did bring in these firebush and planted them in these pots. This is where she wants them to stay. See how they look. And yesterday, instead of using some of the existing uplights over here on the water feature, it wasn't a hard sell to put in pond lights that'll actually focus on this water feature, as well as up here on the wall they have, I believe, some sort of art feature that hangs there, and it should catch some of that with some minor adjustments after it's hung. Over in this area we added a couple of plumbago, and I have a light fixture right here that shoots onto this rock to illuminate that. And the project that I'm working on currently while I'm waiting for pavers to dry is we've got a few little things to tighten up, maybe a little bit of grading here to do since we're not doing any mulch, just to smooth everything out. But I've been asked to rehang their gate. It used to swing inward towards this outdoor living space. Now it's going to be swinging outward because there's no way with this incline that it would actually open. So I've already changed the hinges around and the latch and everything. Fortunately, my batteries died, so I'm waiting for that to charge up so that I can complete the task. And that's about all I've got for you for today.
Come on in.
Yeah, good to see you. Oh wow, this truly came out great. You know, this is the first time I'm seeing it.
I think what's funny, after you came out, and you know, we had the plants all going along there, and you had mentioned that you could run them all the way over. And we said, no, we're going to do plants. So we had these plants out here, and the very same day, right, she tore out about 6 of them, you know, and John said, call them back, have them run it totally over. So, but it turned out really nice.
But you probably appreciate the extra space too, I would think.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Just the way it is, you know.
She does a great job.
And you know, cleaning this out, we've got a great view of the sky, the sun. We still have some shade where we need shade.
You can see the stars.
You can see the stars.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's been a real treat. Yeah. That's
Well,
what we do.
your guys, when they came in, you know, they sort of set the tone. They looked at the space and they said, he said, I can't wait to get started on this. He said, this is going to look really, that was Chris, yes. He said, this is really going to great. He said, I'm excited about doing this. And we sat inside, right, most of the time watching.
It was fascinating.
And and they just came in, and you know, during that period of time, it was like bang bang, they were done with it, you know, and everything turned out nice.
Well,
Very professional, very.
Oh, and the other thing is, you know, of course, the neighbors, you know, nosy neighbors.
Hope he's not filming that.
They know they're nosy. So they come in, and you can just see their expression, just like,
Right.
oh, you know, people will come in and say, I tell people, I said, yeah, we have a pretty good sized yard for the dog, and they'll come in and go, wow, you really have a, you know, compared with this neighborhood, you really have a big yard.
Most people just have small courtyards. Yeah. The color, and you were totally right on with the color. It's
when I walked out, I had to look at your tile first, and I was like, you hardly even notice a difference.
It's a trend for me.
Are y'all enjoying not having a step over here as well?
You know, that's probably, I can bring out, you know, stuff, or maybe a wheelbarrow, or a little pressure washer, go in the back and do the fence, or just not having to step up. And the dog, she just runs over there. Of course, you can see underneath there for her coachman.
So I want to see the other side here. I haven't seen that. So if you want to be in the shade, you come over here.
In
and
the summer, believe me.
You get sun out here in the summer?
We call this a meditation garden.
It's really nice to
I like it.
shade it.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't, I'll put up a little barrier here for her. We aren't going to let her back here.
Yes.
She'll,
She would like these plants,
yes,
huh?
she would. Yes, her and she has little friends come over too. And
Oh, the palm can. That's nice.
Yeah, that turned
I
out
love
nice. Yeah.
we really like that a lot.
Good.
Right. That's
Good. My guys, they love what they do. They like transforming backyards and making it a nice place. So I have to tell the story of how we met John and Jean. We work with a guy, Steve Goranson, whose business is Action Coach. He is our business coach. And gosh, I don't know how many years ago it was. We've both been going to quarterly planning for years.
Years and years and years.
So we would meet. We're business friends, not really social friends, but we would meet every 90 days at our quarterly planning. And I met John and Jean, and I realized very quickly, John had a boiler inspection business, and I realized that John and Jean were doing things right and doing very well in their business. This was apparent to me when John said, well, I'm not having to spend as much time in the business, and we're doing some traveling, and I think actually the first thing I saw was when y'all had team day. That was about a year before we did it, and you were talking about how much it really helped align y'all's team and get everybody on the same page and working together. And Steve had kind of asked us, do y'all want to do this? And I'm thinking, well, God, it worked for John. We should try this. And it really did. I mean, that was kind of the start of making Earthworks a little more cohesive team and having, you know, all the different facets coming together and thinking the same. We're all working together and not, you know, this division or that division or what have you. So y'all were inspirational in doing that. And then
Yes.
I'm happy to say that now John has sold the business and is retired, and it's a real joy for me to be able to come back to friends of mine and do a project. I mean, you'd rather work with people you know or family or friends than someone you don't know, but you always are nervous about not doing something right or the guy's messing up. And I think other than an irrigation glitch, everything, which they
very
fixed,
small.
and I think everything went good. So I really enjoy being able to do a project like this for someone we know and just have that bond of, you know, you guys had certain expectations, and I think we met or exceeded those. And
You get companies in here and you get quotes and different things, but when you go with this, you're looking at the company with a lens inside the company, the way it sort of ticks, and you're like, you know, even if I got a better, I mean, I know how these guys tick, I know how they work. It would be, you know, more of a gamble to go with someone else who might not have that same ability to mesh with all the folks that they had. And sure enough, when they came out here, it was just like it was a team day kind of thing, you know. Where I knew, wow, these guys are actually, they're kind of like my guys. That's good, because they were really enthusiastic. You know, sometimes, you know, people like to do different things, right? And some people, like, I just got a message from my operations guy who's been with me a long time, and he was like, you know, he sent me a picture. He's up in Massachusetts, snow's falling, it's just crazy cold. And he's going, yeah, this is a lot better than working in an office. You know, every day is different, and that's kind of what with Earthworks. I mean, every day for you guys is different as well, and I think that brings a real joy to it, you know. And you know, like Doug says, now I'm laid back and I'm retired, and I can feel good about kinds of things that I did, and now I just move into another story, right? New chapter. Just let it go. New chapter.
You guys are definitely inspiration for me. I'm a little more on the 10-year plan, but if it happens in 5 years, that's okay.
There you go.
But no, we're things are going well. We're really blessed, and I'm glad we were able to work with you guys and make it happen.